Welcome to the pod. Thank you for joining me today. I am the host. You know what time it is, man. You know? If you're here, obviously it's because you know what's about to happen. Nobody just stumbles on this page or on this channel just for no damn reason. You know, you want to hear me talk the shits? Y'all want to hear me talk the shits? I'm going to talk the shits. I'm going to let you know what I feel about stuff. That's what I do. I just like to voice my opinion. I want to be that annoying person that voices their opinion every week and possibly gets paid for it. You know? So if you have the ability to do that, get a job doing it. Man, what's been going on, man? It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. I just recently celebrated my birthday. 38 years old. 38 years old. I'm knocking on 40, guys. Okay. I'm no longer that young buck that I thought I used to be. You know, I'm at the crossroads, man. I'm reaching the crossroads and it's looking crazy. It gets sketchier and sketchier every birthday for me. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. Young thugs in the interrogation room, allegedly ratting on a fellow, partner in crime, if you will. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with society. It's like society it decides who it's going to be next, right? It might be me tomorrow. Who knows, right? But every day, someone gets put up in this on this pedestal, right? So everyone can just gather around and just start throwing a bunch of rocks at them. That's kind of how I feel modern society is like, sort of like the Roman Empire, when people getting pegged and people getting, just freaking annihilated by a sword over something that they said, that didn't correlate with society's views. That is what it looks like today in this place you want to call society, Anyways, good to be here, man. I'm happy to be here. A lot of stuff going on in the news, you know how it goes. Sometimes we can't get to everything. I just pick stuff. There ain't nothing personal. If I've ever covered a story that has you personally involved, just know it's nothing personal. I don't know you. I don't care to know you. I'm just trying to let you know how I feel about the situation as a whole, generally, right? And then most people do follow behind me on this opinion because guess what? They have the same opinion as I do, and they feel the same way. So if you're going to get mad at me for reporting on a fucking story that you put out there, then guess what? You got to be mad at all of us, buddy. Every single one of us. That's just what it is, man. Don't listen. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what they say. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? Check this out. Southwest Airlines will begin requiring plus-size passengers to purchase 2 seats starting in 2026. Southwest Airlines announces that beginning in 2026, plus-size passengers may be required to purchase 2 seats. The policy is aimed at addressing comfort, safety, and space issues on flights. But it already has sparked heated backlash online. Okay, listen, look, I didn't even have to finish, and I already knew as I was reading this article that there was going to be somebody who is going to have an issue with this. And this is what I got to say to y'all. Meh. All right? Too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. You don't like it, then don't get fat. Right? I mean, there's a way to control that. You don't have to be that fat. If you are at a weight where it requires you to buy 2 seats, and you're upset at the airline, you have to revise the way that you're living your life. And just think about it, bro. Ma'am, whomever, they, since we're in this, world now, they, them, just whoever it is. If you are 600 pounds, just know you're going to have to accommodate all of that 600 pounds. All right, if you want to get on a plane. I don't even want to get on a plane if I see somebody that weighs 600 pounds. Are you crazy? We're going to go down. That's how I feel. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying, me in my head, I overthink. I'm an overthinker. If I see a 600-pound woman sitting at my terminal that I am boarding, I would rather just not get on board with her. I'll just, or male. Let's keep it balanced. Let's be neutral about this. I ain't taking shots at the fat ladies. This has nothing to do with hatred. It has everything to do with accommodation. You want us to accommodate the 600-pound lady that doesn't want to even pay for extra luggage under the plane, but she wants to bring all her luggage on the plane. You got me messed up. I'm not doing it. Southwest, man, you guys are on the right track. Now, do I think that should be a policy that sticks? Absolutely. I feel like if a person is so irresponsible with their weight that they want to eat their freaking weight in food every sit down, then yeah, you should be responsible for paying a little extra. Matter of fact, let's take it a step further. How about we get a plane designed for just them? Here, I'll start. How about we go with a cargo plane? You know those big old cargo planes that fly over countries, and then the military just be dropping stuff? You know what I'm saying? They drop these big old pallets. They drop Hummers. That's what you need to do. Strap a parachute to these big old backs, all right? Sit them on a cargo, all right? Just in the middle, because they ain't got no chairs. It's just like a big old space. Just have them sit down, if they can. And then when it's time, when they come over wherever it is that they're flying to, their destination, you just launch them off the damn cargo plane. That's it. And you know what? And you save time, you save money, and you accommodate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I should be making billions of dollars right now with all of the ideas that I have. But, whatever. That's just what it is, I guess. I don't know. People just be, they know, what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You know exactly what you got to do. You don't use your head, but you know what you got to do, right? Man, 38 years old. I'm losing my mind. 38 years old is definitely it's already off to a weird start for me. All right, because I know that you really got to start watching your health. You got to make sure that, you do certain things. When you get to 38 years old, I mean, honestly, I feel like you've already lived enough. So whatever happens to you afterwards is nobody's fault but your own. Now, granted, ain't nobody got to be responsible for someone else's problems. But what I'm saying is generally, when you hit 38 years old, if you ain't got your shit together, then you're all set. So with that said, I guess I'm all set. But I'm trying to get through. I'm saying there's a lot of working myself up, building myself up. I'm doing all of this on my own. I'm trying to be a little more compassionate. I'm trying to have a little more sympathy for things. I'm trying to watch what I say sometimes because granted, yes, can I go overboard sometimes? Yeah, I could definitely go overboard a lot. Hell, I've probably already been overboard in the last 5 minutes we've been talking. But that's not the point. The point is that as long as you acknowledge that you have that issue, you work on it. That's it. That's the best we can give people is you work on it. But 38 is looking pretty good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on the record. 38 is not it's not such a bad number. You know what I mean? Could Down syndrome be eliminated? Scientists say cutting-edge gene editing tools could cut out the extra chromosome. Now, I have an issue with that. Why would you want to take away such an amazing chromosome? I mean, honestly, I believe firmly that Down syndrome people are probably the funniest people on the planet. And I mean that respectfully. I love when I'm scrolling through Instagram or I'm scrolling through a platform and boom, I pop up on a video of, just some random Down syndrome kid. I will sit there and watch the thing from beginning to end. I might even follow them. If they're funny enough, I might even follow them because those people are genuinely funny. They have no purpose behind it other than just their good sense of humor. Okay? It's that kind of deal. There's this kid, check this out. There's this kid who is obviously, a Downy. And, he gets on, he does these little short clips where he dresses up. Well, one of my favorite clips that he does where he dresses up is when he dresses up as a cop, right? And, well, anyways, just check it out.
Don't fight. Oh, sorry. Who takes? Who takes you? Who takes? Need help? Don't fight. Stop. Get there.
That's got to be the funniest thing that you've seen today. Honestly, I mean, for me personally, when he's just randomly walking and then he just turns around and just like attacks the cop. Now, there's a strong reality here, right? This happens every day, right? But for that split second, this kid made someone smile. All right? Had you had a regular person, you would have gotten offended. You would have thought, oh, he's just making fun of the cops. Or, oh, he's just, that's exactly what a cop would be. And maybe that is true. But for that split second, the boy has something, right? He don't look like he's all there. Hell, I don't look like I'm all there half the time. So you don't give him that hostility. You actually laugh about it. You're like, this is fucking funny. All right? So I don't agree with this whole cutting the extra chromosome, man. These people are crazy, man. Cutting edge gene editing technology could eradicate Down syndrome. I don't like that word, eradicate. Let's keep our Downies around. We need our Down syndrome brothers, man. We need a Down syndrome sisters. Why are we going to get rid of them? Hell, what if I got Down syndrome? I actually think I might, but we're not going to get into that. That's another day. But we need them. We need the Down syndrome community, all right? Didn't they open up a store somewhere, probably across the pond, I think, of a coffee shop or something where you got a bunch of Down syndrome people there? I mean, that's amazing. I like Down syndrome people. I would trust the Down syndrome person with my coffee any day. Down syndrome people are real people. Let's stop trying to eradicate that extra chromosome. Japan, get it together, man. China, get it together. I know you guys are doing it. Y'all look like what y'all gonna eradicate. Now, you know what? I'm gonna take a step back. On that one. I don't want to get too, overexcited here, for obvious reasons. Citrus Spark. This candle. I just want to say something real quick. This shit right here is amazing. I'm a big fan of it. I love this candle. There's a whole lineup of these that are going to be coming up at a website. The company's called Raw Valor, and those two women have got this candle and oil essentials on lock. They know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing. I respect it. I'm going to continue to support them. And if you guys want to get your own, just stick around, because as soon as the website launches, I will be dropping the link in the bio so you guys can check it out. And speaking of dropping links in the bio, this brand right here, KBT, man, you guys got to go check these guys out. And the reason why I'm telling you is this, because this brand right here cares about the community, cares about the people. This is not a joke. I'm not sitting here doing any kind of humor. I'm serious. These people are definitely about the community. They're trying to empower the youth. They're trying to make things happen. If you're interested in what they're doing, follow these guys, man. KBT, Love and Emotion. There's a big story behind that. I would love for you guys to go check that out and learn more about what the owner of this company does. Before I go, I gotta put this out there. People are saying the Young Thug's a rat, right? People are saying the Young Thug's a rat. People are saying that he's into a lot of shit that just doesn't seem right when you think of the guy. The boy, Young Thug, he's a well-renowned artist, musician, first off. Street-wise, I don't know what's going on right now. And I don't know what's gotten into hip-hop. It seemed like your favorite rappers are rap. It seemed like your favorite rappers are rap. It doesn't seem like there's anything good happening in the music industry. And it hasn't been happening in a while. Very scarce. The number of artists that live by the law and actually do what they're supposed to do. And what I mean by the law, I don't mean you get it. They live by a code. And I just feel like a lot of times these people, they deceive because they know what's going to sell. But when the reality hits and when they're sitting in an interrogation room for 2 hours, that's when the real them come out. Oh, yeah. When they behind them closed doors, that's when you get the real them. That's why I always tell everybody, especially the youth, man, don't follow these rap boys, man. Don't follow these rap boys. Get your education, get your money, get the bag, set yourself up for a long, prosperous future. Don't sit here chasing stuff that you know you ain't going to be able to get. And then sometimes when you do get it, you don't know what to do with it. I've seen so many kids blow up overnight and get shit and lose it the next day. Why? Because they were never expecting to get these things. A lot of these people, they're just blowing smoke. They don't really think that anything's going to happen. And then when something does happen, good or bad, they're not ready for it. They're just not ready for it. This is a great example. Young Thug and everything's going. This is a great example. This has been going on for years, man. Years. Pointing fingers, saying he did it, they did it, she did it. You know, nobody wants to take blame, but everybody wants to point the finger. That's usually how it go. And maybe Young Thug isn't a snitch. Maybe we're looking at it wrong. Well, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. But I'm interpreting it, from a general perspective. I'm zooming out. Maybe he didn't snitch. Maybe he was trying to help him the way he said. Maybe he was trying to kind of navigate through that. Because it is a very, very sticky situation when you're in the middle of a police investigation, much less a shooting.
Shot at these two us. Honestly, I don't know who the it is. They said Roscoe, but I ain't finna block out y'all case.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see how it work out because he might or might not be a rat, But who is to say? That's the question. Who is to say? You know what makes things worse too? These artists, the same people that these issues are happening to, they're taken to social media to make a big scene about it. How much longer is it going to be until Thug gets locked up again or one of these other individuals get locked up again? Because this shit just keeps escalating. See, that's the problem with the kids nowadays. They don't understand that as, time goes on, you start to see stuff. You start to realize things. What's important in life, what's not important in life. And a lot of these kids are still so caught up and invested in the streets that they forget that one day these streets ain't going to be around and it's just going to be you. It's just going to be you. But we ain't ready to hear that conversation, aren't we? Memorial Day weekend, end of August. Kids are back in school. It's been a hell of a half a year as we speak. And we still got a little bit to go. What's going to happen towards the end of this year? What's going to happen with the rest of 2025? That's the question. We already know Southwest about to drop, the bomb on these big bag bitches, big bag boys, all of them. Y'all going to have to step it up with that game. Y'all want to be fat? Y'all going to pay the price. Moving on. And so much more that can happen. So much more that can happen, Diddy might be getting out. You think Diddy might be getting out? I don't know. Diddy might be getting out. There's a lot of talk about that. I kind of just sit on the sideline. I just kind of just peep it from a mile. But I'm trying to tell you, Diddy doing something. Diddy is doing something. Do not forget Diddy in there. Do not forget Diddy in there because he is. He's sitting his ass down there. He already planning his first concert when he come home. I'm telling you right now. Will they get him? or will P. Diddy get away? I guess we're going to have to watch. 2025 ain't over yet, man. 2025 ain't over. Young Thug, man. Listen to me. Don't rap. You better not be ratting, man. It just don't look good, man. You know? If you did rap, which I still feel, I'm going to reserve my opinions at the moment because I still feel like things are just like getting out of hand. There's no understanding anywhere. There's no speaking. It's just a bunch of like pointing fingers. That's all we're seeing. So I'm going to reserve my opinion. But damn, Thug, if you is what they say you is, just go, just back out gracefully, man. Don't turn this shit into a mess. You know? Don't make this shit ugly. If you fucked up, you fucked up. You tell the truth. You tell what happened. And you just keep it pushing, man. Because at the end of the day, we all human. We all make mistakes. Right or wrong. You got to own up to it. You got to take responsibility for what you think you did, man. Just don't be that guy, though. Don't be that guy to just, pretend like you ain't do nothing wrong and you did. Not saying you did. I'm just saying, It's how it go. So on my Instagram, which you guys can follow me at PS Visual ENT, I put on my story that I was looking for ideas on, just random stuff, just everyday life things that bother people or just random things that make people think. And so I got a little list of stuff, man. You guys are definitely on point with this. I appreciate everyone who responded to it. One of them is the gym etiquette that nobody follows. People hogging machines, flexing in the mirror, or bringing a tripod like they're filming Rocky 8. Now listen, I do agree. I do. I get it. It can be annoying when you're at the gym and you have some fucking influencer that just walks in and just props up a tripod and starts doing a bunch of fake ass exercises. I do get that. But you also gotta understand, bud. You're in a public gym. What do you want him to do? Or what do you want her to do? Like they're there to do what they do. If it bothers you, then just move it on. Move it the fuck on. Why are you so worried about a person with a tripod? Right? If it has nothing to do with you, then move on. So many times I would go to the gym. I don't go to the gym anymore, but when I was going to the gym, so many times that I ran into this exact situation. And it bothered me at first, but then after a while, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. What do you hear? What do you care? Right? What do you care for? Just fucking keep going. As for other things, though, like one thing that really does bother me, though, and I will say this, is when you don't put your weights back. You don't put your weights back. You just expect someone else to just come over and just, pick up all these weights that you've been throwing around all day. And you just go ahead and just put them for them. Like, that right there is annoying. I don't like to rack anybody's weights up. At least have a little respect. So I'll give you that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, running out of time here. So last but not least, workplace small talk is torture. It absolutely is. I agree with you, guy. It absolutely is. Workplace small talk is absolutely torture. No one wants to do it. It always gets awkward. And the quieter it gets, the worse it is. So I agree with that. Speaking of small talk and speaking of torture, I'm done. Hope you guys had a great one. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoy the Labor Day weekend. Stay safe. Drink as much as you fucking want because I don't give a shit. I don't drink. Stay safe. Make sure you enjoy Labor Day, and I'll see you on the next one.